Alright folks, so sit back, relax, and driver, you are clear for dispatch.
For your safety, remain seated with the doors closed, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside while the tram is moving. And supervise your children. Thank you.
Para su seguridad, favor de permanecer sentados con las puertas cerradas, manteniendo sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas adentro mientras el tranvía esté en movimiento. Y vigilen a sus niños. Gracias.
Alright friends, welcome to Epcot. Epcot will be open today until 9 p.m. as well as we'll be having our Epcot Forever show at 9 p.m. as well. Tram will be running until 10:30 p.m. tonight. That is 10:30 p.m. tonight.
Engine 27, engine 32, truck 105, 110 for AMG 365.
Alright friends, we are approaching our final stop, which is the main entrance of Epcot. So please remain seated at all times. And please hold on to any small children at all times as well.
Wear a mask outdoors.
Because it already stopped.
Alright friends, hold for 1 minute. We are almost there. And there we go. You guys can go ahead and turn the handles and step off. This is...
First tram ride in almost 4 years. Back at Epcot. The tram is back. Wow, it's been a while. It's been a quick minute. How this new tram circle works is they'll drop you off here and everybody gets off and they circle around and they pick you up on the opposite side over there. So don't come this way and get on. They're gonna tell you to go over there. Man, what a beautiful day. I mean, just perfect temperatures. We are getting into that fall, the fall and early winter weather here in Florida. It's so nice. Humidity's gone. It's probably, I mean, there's still humidity, but it's nothing like summertime a couple months ago, or even a month ago. Welcome everybody, welcome to Main Street Fire Rescue, welcome to Epcot Center. I decided to stop out here after work today. I was going to go to Hollywood Studios, but I thought, F it, I think we'll go to Epcot instead. They're still doing the pass holder previews of the Moana, or the Journey of Water presented by Moana. So I thought I could see if I could do 2 walkthroughs, I'm not sure. But I had a park reservation that was available, so I grabbed it, and I want to see if you can do a second walkthrough. You know, if not, no worries, we did it the other day, but why not? Let's give it a shot. And then we'll also do a construction update. A lot of stuff going on here. So while we're at it, let's get this vlog in service. One of the things I want to do on my way out today is they have a Cool Runnings pin in the gift shop. I'm thinking maybe it's an anniversary or something, but I have never seen a Cool Runnings pin. That's one of my all-time favorite movies, so I have to get that. No, I don't buy pins like I used to because they are very expensive. And, you know, just again, with everything costing so much, I'm trying to, you know, watch a budget. Right here is a preview and check-in. We're going to go off to the right. They've broken a lot of this down. This was all set up for queuing. Clearly they haven't needed it except for day one. I'm telling you people, anytime there's a day one of anything at Disney, go out and people watch, but you don't, I'm telling you, don't do the event. Wait till a couple days later, because it's a perfect example. And I'm also going to walk you through the Figment meet and greet area and show you that's another thing that, and absolute insanity day one, now it's wide open. This is the check-in area. This is where we were the other day. We'll try again. We'll see if we can do it twice.
Did you want the backpack? No. There was no Lavere or anything in it?
Let's try it. Also, people, you have to be an annual pass holder. If you are not, you will not get access. there's a lot of people going by, seeing people coming in here, they're not reading the signs. You have to be an annual pass holder or Disney Vacation Club member to enjoy this right now. This is going to open up for the public on October 16th, so not too much longer. So we're almost there. So just know in next couple weeks until October 16th, you're going to see people going in here. You have to be a pass holder or Disney Vacation Club. And also I need to add, you can go more than once. This is number 2 for me. As long as you have a park reservation during these pass holder previews, you can go as many times as you want apparently. This is number 2. We'll keep trying this as we go through this, so I'll keep track of this, all right? Let's go in and enjoy this one more time. Actually, let's go in and enjoy this again. They also do not allow strollers in here. You have to park them in a separate area, and rightfully so, because it's not that big in here and it would jam things up insanely bad. So no strollers in here. I'm not sure about ECVs, but definitely no strollers. Let's get a closer look at this. I kind of went through this pretty quick the other day. This is beautiful. So this time I'm just gonna walk through and film. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you get the tranquility of this thing. We're gonna be tranquille. I had to point this out because you know that's there because some moron's gonna try that.
Here, it works better if you stand right on the there you go. There you go. High five away. Don't do it, it's separate.
You're not. You want to walk through it? Walk through it, though. When you walk through it, walk through it.
Lady.
Which way do you want to take?
Come right over here. I'll hold you up. Oh, yeah, I can't really see down there, but I'll hold you up as high as I can,
that was fun. I hope you all enjoyed that. I just did it, as we would say, tranquile, nice and easy. Hope you enjoyed the ambiance. It is very crowded in there again. It wasn't when I started, but there was a rush of people who came in, you know, shortly after I did, so it was kind of got chaotic. But one of the things I do want to point out, and this is what a lot of people have talked about, this thing has got a lot of interactive elements, and already, you know, again, this is why they do pass holder previews and that, but the main attraction of this thing, which is the giant wave that you can make with your hands, basically everybody gets in a line, or you can do one or you can do 20 if you wanted, but everybody throws their arms up in the air and it creates this huge tidal wave and it crashes on the rocks. Good way to get wet, and that's kind of what leads up to going through this water interactive area behind me, and it tells you you're going into an interactive area with a ton of water, and you can get very wet if you want to, which again, and most of the time in Florida it feels really good. I'm gonna try again in a couple days, come back here at night, see if I can do it at night. If I can't, then we'll wait till it opens up fully. But again, this is the things that a lot of people talk about, and kind of what worries me a little bit for the longevity of this thing. You already have one of the major elements closed, and this thing is brand spanking new. You know, what is going to be the combination of the weather elements in Florida with a ton of moving water and a lot of cameras and everything else? So quick, genuine modified 6-car monorail. Oh, what a beautiful shot that is, huh? Anyway, you know, it is fun. It really is. It's a great, as I said on my last vlog, it's a great way to take a break from the parks and just go on a fun walk, get a little wet if you feel like it. You can get a whole lot of wet if you feel like it. There are dry paths if you don't want to get wet, but there's no fun in that. So take the wet path. They also do allow electric scooters in there, but no strollers. Be careful, there's a lot of blind corners in there, and I'm sorry, but people on these electric scooters don't watch what they're doing, and I can tell you it's only gonna be a matter of time before there's a collision in there and somebody gets their ankles knocked out. So just be careful when you're walking through there. There could be a scooter flying around a corner. Wouldn't say it if it wasn't possibly gonna happen. But anyway, I had fun. I'm glad I was able to do that a second time. We'll try again a third time in a couple days. I got some more park reservations coming up. But let me know in the comments what you think of this. You think this is going to be a long-term thing that's open, or do you think this is going to be like one of those famous Disney projects that they spend a ton of money on? It's open for about a year, and then they close it down and either becomes something else or it just sits. So we'll see. I hope it stays for a while. I really do. I like it. Again, it's a great way to take a break. But the fact that that one major attraction in there is already closed, it is concerning. But great job though. The architects, everybody did a phenomenal job on the theming. The water elements are cool. It is fun. It is a lot of fun. Just shouldn't have taken 4 freaking years to build it, that's all. I wanted to swing in here in the land too, because there's a new addition that's here temporarily for the 100th celebration. Disney hasn't mentioned how long it'll be here for, but my guess is it'll be here for the duration of the 100th. It would seem moronic to only do it for a week or two and then take it away. This is what I wanted to see. This is Soarin', but if you notice, they've changed the label. It's not Soarin' around the world, it's Soarin' now taking flight, and there's a 100 medallion. This is part of the 100th anniversary celebration here. Basically, what they've done is they've changed it back to the original Soarin' over California. This used to be here in 2016. This was the original Soarin'. Only recently did it change to Soarin' around the world. So everybody that doesn't know, this one that they're showing now was the original Soarin'. And when the waits aren't as bad and it's not stupid chaotic in here, I'm gonna go and we'll ride this, and I'll film it, because I'd like to have this on film. I've never seen the Soarin' over California When I first became an annual pass holder, this was under construction and they were switching it to Soarin' Around the World. Man, there's a freaking zoo in here. My God. You can always tell when one of the theaters dumps out because this mass of people comes out at the same time. You can always tell when there's a party night at Magic Kingdom for the Halloween party. Epcot, Epcot more specifically gets very crowded because it's on the monorail loop. You can leave Magic Kingdom, go to the Ticket Transportation Center, jump on a monorail and come over here, which is why a lot of people do it. But there's also getting to be more and more parties now that we're getting into October. They're going to be every night with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 nights throughout every week. So at least 4 or 5 nights every week are going to have a Halloween party. And same with Christmas when you get near December. So just keep that in mind. If you're not planning on going to these parties, or if you're going to one but then the rest of your vacation you're going to be at the various parks, just know that if it's usually it's a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday combination, or Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, however they do it. There's not a lot of days where there's not a Halloween party as it gets into October. So just know that it does get crowded here in the evenings. This right here where it says Dreamport, this is where Figment comes out of, and so does Joy from Imagination Land. Apparently the demand for this has fallen way off. He only comes out a certain amount of time and he pretty much stops every night at 5:30. But you can tell how much queue used to be used for this. I mean, this was full. The first day I was out here to document this, and I'm still working on that vlog. It's just a lot. I filmed a lot. But all of this was filled, and then there was a line outside. It was about 3.5 to 4 hours. So once you got in here, that was another 2.5 hours. So total time just to meet. I love Figment, but it's still somebody dressed up in a purple freaking dragon costume. 7 hours for that. People were waiting. If it was the actual real Figment, no, still not. But this is it. If you want to try to meet Figment and see what the crowds look like, you come inside the Imagination Pavilion. You can either ride the ride and it empties you out. You get off the ride right by where Figment does his meet and greet, or you can come in through the exit of the gift shop. Because all rides must end in the gift shop. Oh, this is cool. It's Zurg's spaceship thing from, what'd you call it? From the Toy Story ride. It's from Space Ranger Spin. Oh, and it even has the freaking blaster. How freaking cool. I wonder... Oh, it's a game. So he spins around and you must shoot him with that thing. How freaking cool. Light up projection game. Huh. Let's check this out, huh? This must be popular. There's only one. It's only 40 bucks. Okay, yeah. You shoot at the various targets and looks like things happen. Pretty cool. I like that. The other thing I wish is that the real ride would be like Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters in Disneyland, where it was, this thing is detachable and you can point it anywhere. It's much better than the one here that's anchored. Plus the Disneyland one has got interactive targets, and if you've ever ridden the one at Disneyland, it makes the one here look really bad. Now, I like the one here because it's what we have, but if I had my choice in the matter, and they said, well, we're going to close down Buzz for a year so we can redo it and make it like Disneyland's, I'd be all for it. And then upstairs here is the Disney Vacation Club Lounge. I would love to go up there. I'm not a Disney Vacation Club member, but I would love to go up there and see that, because that's vintage Epcot up there. That's where the old Rainbow Tunnel was, or still a few remnants of it up there. I think there's still areas that are, obviously they're covered up, but that's where a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of, not, I was going to say attractions, but a lot of interactive features were up there back when Epcot was truly Epcot. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we're going to make one more stop. Check out the backwards waterfall. We're going to make one more stop here and check out the construction for the new nighttime nighttime show. I think it's called Luminous. I don't know who's making these names up, but come on, man. Can you do better than that? What happened to cool names like Illuminations, Reflections of Earth? Like, that thing had style. I mean, like Harmonious, Luminous. It's like, oh, I was tasked with a job of renaming the fireworks show, and I waited till the last minute. But yeah, let's just call it, you know what sounds good? Luminous. Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, come on. Maybe they'll redeem themselves with a really, really good show, and then the name won't matter. Let's just hope for that. You all have no idea how much I cannot wait for these ridiculous ass walls to come down. 4 years it's been. 4 years. I know I keep saying that, but it's true. 4 years for this whole project. Should have taken them a year. Year and a half. I'll give them a year and a half. After all, Universal's building a brand new theme park in 3 years, which is the largest in the world, might I add. This is the dessert parties they do for the fireworks every night. If you don't know, it's an extra fee. Sometimes it can be as much as $90 to $100. Yeah, it's not cheap. And they sell out all the time. Again, I have no idea where people keep coming up with this money, but they do. And what do we have here? We got some new developments out here. This is World Showcase Lagoon, for those that don't know, have never been here. This is where the nighttime shows take place, and there's a lot of new construction. If you can see that crane over there and down yonder, that's putting together the barges for the new nighttime show. But we're trying to figure out what is going to get put here, because if you can see, there's some pylons in the water right there, over there. They're all over the place. And in these right here, these are the platforms currently for the show that's going on now, Epcot Forever. So I'm not sure if they're going to utilize those or if those are just going to go away. But you can see there's a ton of these pylons in the water. And then we have this thing. Is that going to be permanent? Or is that just being brought out here to get things in place? Because there is, right around the center, I wish I could get up higher, but you can see that it looks like there's a walking platform there, and there's definitely some elements mounted in there. I don't know how close I can zoom in on this. Actually pretty far. So it looks like maybe something's going to get anchored into there, because it looks like there's a generator possibly right there that might power whatever goes in there. But this, I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like it's got lights on it. But the question is this permanent? Or is this going to come in and out every day? Or is this even part of the show? If you all know, put something in the comments, because I have no idea. Not sure. Every time people come down here to do this, there's different things being set up. This was supposed to debut. It was supposed to have debuted last weekend, but due to holdups and things, apparently they didn't like the soundtrack, so they're redoing it, which it kind of frightens me a little bit. They're redoing the soundtrack, and you know, again, that wasn't ready. The project wasn't ready yet, so I believe December 4th or 5th is going to be the official. As long as there's no cancellations or pushbacks from there. December 4th, December 5th is going to be the night, the first night for the new show. And of course we have to wonder if there'll be, you know, again, pass holder previews, kind of like how they did with Harmonious, which was cool. That was pretty neat to see. The other thing I'm curious of is if this one, if you'll be able to see it from all around World Showcase. Harmonious was, you could see it from everywhere like it's supposed to be, but the problem is the main center Stargate that they had there, you could only see what was going on that thing if you were facing the very front, which is where I'm standing. If you were on any of the sides here, and I mean any, even back there where America and Japan is, which aren't bad seats, or a place, they're not a bad place to watch, but if you were anywhere but up front here, you could not see the center ring. when the show was going on, you couldn't see the projections being projected there, which told a large part of the story that was going on the other barges. So that was one of the major faults with it. Again, if people didn't know, I'm not sure you're really missing much, but if you know about it, you're like, oh, I want to catch the full, story of Harmonious. Well, it wasn't really a story. It's more of a collaboration of songs, Disney songs, might I add. It was an okay show. Some people loved it, some hated it. I was like, it's here. Illuminations was my favorite, though. You cannot, unless they bring it back or they add to it, I'm not sure that there's much that can outdo it. Illuminations was the perfect show for Epcot. Why? Because Epcot was the one park that I wish they would have just kept it as it was. Always update it, but it was designed to be a Disney park, but not be a Disney park, if you know what I mean. Meaning they didn't really want a lot of references to like Disney music or Mickey or anything like that, because this was someplace that's supposed to be totally different and give you a completely different experience. And they had done that for a long time, but then they started injecting IP into it, and it's like there's an identity crisis going on. So Illuminations was perfect because it talked about how basically from around the world we're all one and we all come together, and everything is awesome when the world works together. And that's really, it was a great way to send off the day, a great way to, close out a perfect night at Epcot. I saw Illuminations for the first time in January of 2015, and it was really, really impressive. I was amazed by it. I'd never seen anything like that before. But yeah, hopefully this new one, if they're smart, they'll put some kind of tribute, or they'll add on to Illuminations and make it like that if they really want it to be successful. The other thing I find very interesting is back when Illuminations was the fireworks show here, people used to come in by the hundreds to see that show. Now people leave by the hundreds before this show starts because nobody cares about it. I shouldn't say you don't care about it, it's just not on everybody's list to do. Illuminations, man, everybody wanted to see Illuminations. You never saw a large part of the people leaving the park before Illuminations. It just didn't happen. There's my buddy. Oh, look at this. Remember the line for this? Yeah, look at no line. You can walk in and get your magnet. I have to make one more stop in Pin Traders. Check on this cool running spin. And I'm still looking for a Mission Space pin. If any of you has any idea where I can get one, or if you have one that you don't want, let me know. I'll buy it from you. Yeah, 30th anniversary. Jeez, that makes me feel so old. All right, let's see how much that sucker is. That one is cool too. The Happy Halloween with the date on it. That's pretty neat. I got one for Christmas last year like that. Cool running spin was $20 plus tax. With my pass holder discount at 20%, it'd take about $2 or so off. So I'd probably pay right at what retail is with my discount. Yeah, $20 for a pin is it's kind of up there. I don't know, I gotta think on that a minute. I like it, but I don't like it that much. We'll see. They got tons of them, so if I decide in a couple days that I want to grab it, I'll come out and get it. But yeah, $20 is a bit steep for a pin. Whatever you do, do not do that to get on the tram. They will bitch you out for that. Had a fun trip out today. It's kind of my original plan was to go to Studios, but they're still doing these previews for the Journey of Water, so let's try a second one. And again, if it hadn't worked, no worries, but it did. So if you have an annual pass and you can get out here a couple times, as long as you have a valid, you have to have a valid park reservation. You can't show up here at 2 after having been to one of the other parks and then scan in. They won't let you do that. You have to have a reservation. So just make sure you have that. Then you come in anytime, which is awesome. Everybody rolling on in. As again, I wish that, especially in the fall, since it's party season at Magic Kingdom, open Animal Kingdom later. There's no reason they have to close that park at 7, unless they just don't have the help, which is a high possibility. It just sucks because Animal Kingdom used to stay open so late. It was a great nighttime park. I had fun. The Journey of Water, it's enjoyable, as I said. I can't wait to experience it when there's not that many people, and that will happen. Trust me. It shows you with how popular that is, the lack of anything new that Disney has had to offer, basically since Guardians and Tron opened up. And even those, those were announced in 2019. So all of this stuff was announced in 2019. So the only thing we have, and I don't even call it new, it's just a retheme, is Splash Mountain 2.0 coming next year. But that's it. We don't have anything. And I think that's why these trials like this, these pass holder previews, get so insane, because Disney doesn't have anything on the horizon. And I said, with Epic Universe coming along, and even next year, so Universal is going to open up DreamWorks Land at Universal Studios, which is going to be a phenomenally themed kids area. Epic Universe probably will open in some shape or form next year, maybe previews or something, but my prediction is they are so far ahead of schedule, they'll be open in some capacity probably this time next year. If not, they'll be really close. SeaWorld's working on a new roller coaster, Project Toboggan I think it's called. So there's all kinds of things going on, and to just say, oh well, next year we'll have Splash Mountain 2.0, it's not going to cut it. You're going to have to figure something out. And with as long as they take on projects, we could be looking at 5-7 years before anything gets done, which is kind of horrible, because they just don't have a good reputation when it comes to construction. From what I understand, the new Fantasyland project took almost 3.5 to 4 years to complete that even. So, just in the time I've been here and I've got to experience new attractions, it's taken, the only ones I think got done in a decent amount of time was Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land. Those opened up within a 2-year time frame, which isn't bad. But I still say if they work like they're supposed to, they could have that done real fast. But anyway, lots coming for the other parks down the line. I don't say that to really bash Disney. It is what it is. It's the truth. There's nothing new coming right now, and they need, you're gonna have to do better than meet and greets, and Instagram walls and everything else to get people to spend $200 a day. But anyway, I'm gonna head home. I'm gonna try to get this edited soon and get it out to y'all. I hope you enjoy it. I had fun making this. It was a good time. I'll see y'all hopefully in the next day or two. Have a good evening. Main Street Fire Rescue out of service.